I was looking at 5 years in prison for that perjury charge that I won.
Now,
But
now
Judge
you know.
McGrady, Thomas McGrady, after 1 hour, threw it out. There was nothing there. And they had, in the Supreme Court, Justice Lombarga, who was the Chief Justice of the Florida Supreme Court, intervened in my case and sent the judge in from outside of Hillsborough County's 13th Circuit. So he went and grabbed a judge from somewhere else that nobody knew,
Right.
brought him in, and that's how my case got dismissed.
And he had no jurisdiction to dismiss the case.
No, he did. He dismissed it.
Oh,
He dismissed the criminal case against me.
right. Oh, okay, okay, right. So the thing is, Greg, because we've seen this in history books. People and I hate to say it like this, but people um get
Meet untimely
handled.
demises because they fight back.
People die for standing up to these people, bro.
Uh,
Are you worried that your life is at risk to these people?
Listen, like Dr. King said, like any man, I like to live a long life. Longevity has its place, but I can't worry about that. I accepted mortality when I joined the military. And if I'm not willing to fight for what's mine, then that means I'm willing to die through subjugation, and I'm not that guy.
Yeah, I would
It's
say
kind of,
that.
it's kind of crazy to think that I'd be willing to fight and die for the country, but I won't fight and die for me. How does that make sense to anybody?
Yeah, because if you don't stand for anything, you fall. If you don't stand for nothing, you fall for anything.
There
That's for
you
sure.
go. And
So
greater men than me have fought so that one day I would not lay down and say nothing.
yeah,
I'm just doing what was done for me. I stand on their shoulders.
yeah,
And I know that there's other people who may not be as articulate as I, who may not have had the wherewithal, who may not have been as blessed with all the resources, financial and familial resources. I'm the least formally educated person in my immediate family, by far. And they're but I was blessed with at least an adherence to being mistreated. And if I were wrong, it would be if I was legally improper, wouldn't we have some orders that would explain why I'm legally improper, bro?
correct.
I've had in other cases, I've had 10 appeals, which it's kind of strange, and it's a different situation. In my insurance case, the judge, Emily Ann Peacock, wanted me to release parties that I didn't sue. I only sued Chandra and Linda Tucker. Do you know that she said, "Well, I want you to release Bank of New York. I mean, I want you to release State Farm Auto Insurance Company as an independent tortfeasor. I want you to release All Basketball Professional Association as an independent tortfeasor. I want you to release Dr. John Shim as an independent tortfeasor, Shim Spine as an independent tortfeasor, and I want you to release the VA of any responsibility as an independent tortfeasor in a case where I didn't even name them as a defendant." Interestingly enough, when I filed an appeal about one of my properties, in fact, if y'all go look up Chagret Doss, my name's going to come up. And one of the decisions as to the reason why I was not allowed to intervene when they were trying to steal my homes, um, Daniel, was I was not a party to the case. The court that is a lot that PCA'd or per curiam affirmed their decision is the same court that told me I could not get relief in another case because I wasn't a party. So to your question or your speculation that this is when you first said this ain't got nothing to do with no child support, they know what else you know. They
Yeah,
can't clean up all these records because the paperwork is already done, right?